What's the easiest way to sniff TCP traffic data on Linux? I want a simple way to show all the TCP data, not the TCP headers or anything else, going over any interface on my Linux box. For instance, I want a magical command that if I do, then if there was a server listening on port 1234 on my machine, and someone did, then the magical command would just print out. I've tried to dump, ethereal, Tetherial, Shark, and others, but it isn't obvious how you get them to not show IP addresses or other metadata. Only show the data being sent, not individual packets and their headers. Print the data as is, not in hex, and not with packet offset markers. Sniff all network traffic, whether it's on ETH0 or ETH1 or low, etc. Yes, you could probably string together a piped set of Unix commands to do this, but that isn't very easy to remember for next time. Smile. If you have a simple example of an exact command line that does this, that's what I'd like.
Update. As pointed by Mihal in the comments, from Popsicle version 1.3 the option is used for specifying the scanner name. So the error invalid scanner name 8983 is printed. The correct command is sudo popsicle inecj port 1234. Also J has been changed to G in the latest release. Thanks to Eve for pointing me to Popsicle. Here's the command line. This does everything I want. Displays the data byte for byte as it comes in. Doesn't display any other metadata. Listens on all interfaces, so it captures data coming from within the machine and outside. The C tells it to dump to the console instead of a file. The E enables colors so client and GT, server and GT, client are visually distinct. I installed Popsicle by simply doing
SoCat is the tool you are asking for. It can act as a proxy. Then your application must connect port 4444 instead of directly connect to 1234. The option is for SoCat to print out everything it receives on the standard error, stir. Update. If SoCat is not available on your machine, you may still emulate it that way with Netcat. Caveats. This option is unidirectional. The second Netcat instance will print any response from your server to the standard output. You may still do then.
Try Wireshark. It's an excellent protocol analyzer targeted for both Linux and Windows.
Flow is what you want. Extract from the man page. Description. Flow is a program that captures data transmitted as part of TCP connections, flows, and stores the data in a way that is convenient for protocol analysis or debugging. A program like Dump4 shows a summary of packets seen on the wire, but usually doesn't store the data that's actually being transmitted. In contrast, Flow reconstructs the actual data streams and stores each flow in a separate file for later analysis. Flow understands TCP sequence numbers and will correctly reconstruct data strings regardless of retransmissions or out-of-order delivery. Flow stores all captured data in files that have names of the form 192.168.101.012.015.012.013.45103. Set up a connection from your application app to your server. When the connection is up and running, Flow is still able to capture data from it. For example, every data will be stored in a file named 127.000.000.001.48842 to 127.000.001.05555. You may still redirect this on the standard output with the option CS. Read the manual page to play with expression to tune the package you want Flow to capture.
Dieses Einfluss sind gut zu machen, erst